Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, quarter till 10 on September 30th, 2025, Feast of St. Jerome, the last day of September. And by the way, tomorrow is a feast day maybe many of y'all don't know about. It comes from the East. It's called Our Lady of Protection. It's right over that icon right there is it. Actually, a priest friend of mine gave that icon to our bishop here. Take that how you want to go with it. Cool story, but look it up. I'll have some sermons on the channel. They're already up there, but I'll post it on the social medias tomorrow and in the community section as well. Sorry, I see the text come in as well. Let's get right to Told You So Tuesday. This isn't a Told You So. I just thought this was funny. Greatness is a choice. Join ICE now. Too bad it doesn't have Ice Ice Baby playing in the background. It should, but yeah, if you want to join ICE and get your $50,000 bonus check to throw people in the pokey, there you go. In real Told You So Tuesday news, the Rona GBD jab might raise the risk of cancer. Studies claim as it links jabs to 6 forms of disease, including breast and prostate. And yeah, told you. We knew that 4 years ago, and they're just getting around to it. Oregonians, won $5,000 a week forever from Publishers Clearinghouse. But then the company went bankrupt. Bankruptcy records show at least 10 forever prize winners may never collect the millions that they were promised. That's why sometimes when people say, you go for the one when they pay you monthly or yearly, the yearly one instead of the one lump thing, you'll get more. Well, what if that company goes bankrupt? Take the whole thing now. Yeah, you'll pay more in taxes, but at least you don't. Who cares if they go bankrupt after they give you a couple $100 million? Yeah, poor guys. They all lost. They won nothing almost. For decades, Publishers Clearinghouse made dreams come true. In August 2012, the prize patrol surprised a Southern Oregon man with balloons, flowers, and the oversized check. You won $5,000 a week forever, a member of the prize patrol said, with TV cameras rolling. Every January for the past 12 years, deposited the prize amount of a payment of $260,000 into Wiley's bank account. But this year, the money never came. In April 2025, Publishers Clearinghouse filed for bankruptcy. As you said, why didn't someone give me a heads up? Hey, we're going out of business. It's not the good way to treat anybody. Mamma mia. I sold my jet ski. I sold my trailer. I had a little bit of money left over, and that's what I'm living off of right now. Pretty sure I'm going to lose my home. Some forever prize winners say they're also dealing with the emotional toll of hitting the jackpot and having it taken away. You changed people's lives, and now you messed it up. I wonder what they did with all the money. Instead of annual payments, Williams chose the lump sum collected more than $3 million. If I had been 20 years younger, I would have taken the payment, said the 71-year-old. Worked out pretty good, said Ricky Williams. Yeah, man, mamma mia. That's why you take the lump sum just in case, again. Yeah, and you still haven't won. I've never won either. The Washington Cathedral. Phoebe, send me the link. Okay. Send me that one. That's definitely worthy of Clowney. Digital ID, Vietnam to delete 86 million unverified bank accounts. Starting this month, banks all across Vietnam good morning, Vietnam, will begin deleting over 86 million bank accounts that have not been verified under the country's new digital ID scheme. The State Bank of Vietnam are calling it a system cleanup measure. This cleanup is part of the government's digital transformation plan, a drive to modernize the country's information infrastructure, and more specifically, a drive to promote non cash payments. And you've heard of that before. Speaking at a press conference promoting Cashless Day earlier this year, Pham An Thun, I think I came close to that ballpark, director of payment department at the SBV, called it a data cleansing revolution. Central to this revolution is the new Decree on Regulations for Electronic Identification and Authentication, passed in July of 2024 and coming into force July 1st of this year. Under this new law, all bank accounts, corporate and personal, need to be biometrically verified in one of two ways. One, using an NFC chip-based identity card where facial image is stored in the embedded chip. Two, through a level 2 account of the government's VNE ID app. I guess that's Vietnamese ID app. A level 2 account requires submission of a fingerprint scan. Pope Leo XIV weighs in on Cardinal Cupich's decision to honor pro-abortion Senator Dick Durbin, saying, quote, "I think it's very important to look at the overall work that this senator has done during, if I'm not mistaken, 40 years of service in the U.S. Senate," which I can tell you, Your Excellency, with his track record for you, if you like. What does he say here? I don't know if anyone has truth on him. So it goes on for a little bit. I understand difficulty and intentions, but I think as myself has spoken to past, someone that says I'm against abortion, but I'm in favor of death penalty is not really pro-life. So someone that says that I'm against abortion, but I'm in agreement with the inhumane treatment of immigrants who are in the United States, I don't know if that's pro-life. So it's a very complex issue. It's actually not. I don't know if anyone has all the truth on them, but I would ask first and foremost that they'd be a greater respect for one another and that we search together both as human beings, in that case as American citizens or citizens of the state of Illinois, as well as Catholics, as we need to say we need to, really look closely at all these ethical issues and find out the way forward as a church. Church teaching on each one of those issues is very clear. Thank you. So, yes, somebody said they just equate the portion of illegal immigrants to abortion. I don't know how they lump those two together. And you guys know, I never touch this usually, but great googly moogly. You don't know okay, let's pretend that he doesn't know who Dick Durbin is. Guy's been around for like 40 years or something. And maybe he didn't. Maybe he's in South America the whole time. And yeah, he's from Chicago, but he doesnn't keep up with American politics. Possibly. I doubt anybody in Germany's. I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt on not knowing who Durbin is, since he's got more important things to do than look at the senators of the United States. But just that thing of the whole immigration abortion thing, and come on, can't back you up on that one. Now, just since then, Cupich has announced now that Senator Durbin will not receive the award. Good on Cupich for finally not doing it. History in Texas was made today. The Houston Planned Parenthood butchery which was the largest abortion vendor in North America, is officially closed. Yay! Very good. Act locally, think locally. You can end all this stuff in your local areas. Very good. Oh, Phoebe, did you send me that? Let me see if I can find it on here since you brought it up. Washington Cathedral, since we're thinking of it. Yoga. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Hey Phoebe, send me what you got on that Washington yoga thing. I'll put it in here if you can send it to me. Charlie Kirk's EP, executive producer, Andrew Colvett, the guy that said Superman theory, that's idiotic, insane, irrational, made up, lunatic idea. Because, if you get shot right through here and no bones are hit, how's your bones that strong as your, now, remember a 30-06 is supposed to go through deer bone, through moose bone, which holds 2,000 pounds of weight. Your neck bone does not do that. Our neck bone and the deer bone and a moose bone, leg bone, is not even remotely the same. This would have torn his head off. But hey, what do I care? I mean, what do I think about this? Thinking. He confirms, Mr. Superman Theory, that the letter to Bibi is real. The letter I spoke about on September 18th, when a close source to the Prime Minister, Benjamin war criminal Netanyahu, told me what was in the letter. Because one, Bibi never lies. He's a darn saint. Guy has never spoken a lie and untruth in the history of Israel. You did? I'm sorry, I don't see the link. Phoebe, sorry, I don't see the link if you sent it to me. Put the whole link in, but put a space in between the .com. Maybe it won't let you put in, or put the first part in and then the second half on another text. And so everyone's joking with him, going, "Come on, man, really? Because Andrew says it's real and Bibi says it's real, then it must be real." Here's the link. This came out earlier today. The letter Kirk sent to Netanyahu in May advised the Israeli leader on how to counter any Israeli statement. You've probably seen all this. I won't read the whole thing. But the best part about it is, it's typed up. Great. Okay. It could be from him. Might not be from him. I guarantee we could type up this today and just get his signature and put that on there, and I can make that up easily. But the fun part about it is here it is right here. No, that ain't it. I don't have where I put it. It basically said that the letter, puts his love for him, for Bibi on here. It's like it states Kirk's love for him. This good night. And everyone's going after Candace. And I'm no Candace. I don't care what Candace, I hope she goes after all of them. But he goes, "Hey, look, guys, I found another 100% authentic letter that Kirk totally did sign. Dear Bibi, Israel is fake." It's funny. Everybody in the world, especially the Zionist guys, all the pro-Israel guys, are jumping all over this. See, Tucker lied. Megyn Kelly lied. Who else? Candace lied. It's just the narrative is just incredible. Again, there's no way to say that's 100% false, and there's no way to say that it's 100% for real. But these guys are going to say, "Look, believe me, bro." Overwhelming. Catholic school teacher put on leave over surrogate pregnancy. Vinland, New Jersey, a teacher at the Catholic school in New Jersey says her decision to become a surrogate has put her career in jeopardy. Jadira Bania, 35, is a kindergarten teacher at St. Mary's School in Vinland, New Jersey. She says she was put on paid leave, September 12th, after informing the school officials she would be acting as a family surrogate, adding she was shocked by the officials' response. I said, "Oh, I'm going to be a surrogate." And he looks at me and says, "You're renting your uterus." The teacher says a few days after this conversation, she was called in for a meeting with school and church officials who told her she may have violated her contract and church tenets. She has not received written documentation explaining what part of her contract she allegedly violated. The church has long issues with surrogacy, viewing it as a violation of human dignity and the natural order of procreation. Benia, who is 25 weeks pregnant, says she has no regrets of her decision to be a surrogate, but it has been a tough month. St. Mary's released statement: "It has been our hope to meet with her to help her fully understand the Catholic Church's teaching on surrogacy, but that has not happened as of yet. Mrs. Bania is a valued teacher and one we hope will one day again teach in our school with the full knowledge of our faith, which guides our educational principles. Totally legit. Yeah, she's it's on her, but she's making it about, yeah, oh, look at the evil church people. Here's once a future president DJT. We have no drugs coming to our country via water because they kill everybody that even gets in a boat anymore. And now we will look at cartels coming by land. A war with Venezuela appears imminent. Yeah, sorry, Phoebe. I bet it's because whatever link it is. Tell me, what is the main URLs like Breitbart, LifeSite? Who is where's he getting it from? And then I'll go from there. Benjamin Netanyahu, war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu, declares the Bible foretold Israel's current battles in the Middle East, using scripture to justify ongoing wars. He warned that those who curse Israel will be cursed, insisting that anyone who attacks will pay a heavy price, while those who ally with Israel will remain safe and secure, meaning they won't kill you. They'll keep the other guys together, but they may just debank you and kick you off and fire you and all that. And I don't know, just throw you in the egg. Netanyahu claims this prophecy is unfolding right now before the world's eyes. But yeah, that letter is totally accurate. If that letter is 100% real, then he's correct on the Bible interpretation of whatever he's coming up with. Do you want? Nah, I won't play. I'll spare you. If you want to listen to Bibby, go on. It's in the show notes. President Trump's administration invests $625 million in critical U.S. coal industry. What do they call that when government and private businesses get together? Man, there's a word for that. I can't remember what it's called. Speaking of war, let's go to anti-war real quick. U.S. Gaza plan includes Netanyahu's edits. Netanyahu Gaza deal allows IDF to stay. Oh, isn't that sweet? White House releases Gaza ceasefire proposal. We already had that. IDF kills 64 more Palestinians across Gaza. Israeli strikes in Lebanon kill 2. Maduro ready for state of emergency if U.S. attacks. Russia analyzing potential U.S. tomahawks to Ukraine. War Department wants major increase in missiles. And technocracy.news. If you don't know, technocracy.news is a great hub for finding out all things about technocracy. If you don't know what technocracy is, it's on their Facebook page. Washington National Cathedral. Okay, let me see. Washington Cathedral. There's Washington Cathedral. Washington National Cathedral. That's Washington National Cathedral. That would be. Oh, here it is. I found it. So it's Episcopalian. We can all thank Phoebe for this right here. Now, the Washington National Cathedral is the Protestant Episcopal Cathedral Foundation. So, in case anybody worries, it's not us. Thanks be to God. Cathedral Yoga. Reject all indoor and outdoor programs this October. All skill levels are welcome and join our 60-minute yoga sessions under the guidance of experienced Flow Yoga Center instructors. Indoor yoga. Enjoy a 60-minute session surrounded by the cathedral's vaulted ceilings and stained glass windows. Outdoor yoga in the cathedral amphitheater. Yeah, that's not clownish at all right there. That's funny. Thank yoga, Phoebe. Thanks for that. Again, it's kind of like in Denver when I heard about the Church of Weed. And all I could think was, please God, don't let that be ours. And thankfully it wasn't. I think it was Episcopalian church that gave it to the atheists or I don't know who. And it's just they had a church of weed and they had a service in the morning, which made no sense. Why would you get stoned and then go to some other building? I don't know if I don't even know if it exists anymore. Here's baby again. Our Oregon governor says there's no insurrection, tells Trump to stand down. It's because the Antifa mob actions in Portland and Seattle have been a constant feature in the Pacific Northwest for years, ever since Democrat political leaders supported their operations and during the BLM riots. NGOs also work to support these intimidation tactics. That's all, folks. By arranging legal representation and bail for those activists that do get arrested. The revolving door continues. Charges are often dropped, and officials refuse to prosecute. So again, if they don't say there's a insurrection, they can't bring him in again. But he doesn't care. He's going to violate posse comitatus anyways. Every day is like a dog year. A miserable Congress sputters towards a shutdown. Can't wait. Shutdown in a couple hours, baby. Senator Lisa Murkowski had a single word to describe her mood. Crappy. I love it. Shut it down. Board it up. Give it out. Give it out to the homeless or something. I don't know, let somebody else live in there. 9 months into 2025, members of Congress have endured a dozen starkly partisan confirmation fights. Yeah, whatever. Cry me a river. Now they're less than 24 hours away from a government shutdown. That happens almost quarterly, almost any time now. When notice asked dozens of lawmakers returning to Congress on Monday how they were feeling, the most common response was a deep, weary sigh. I'm sure the American people are exhausted as I am with theater and disingenuous. You know what? Most American people do not care you guys exist. Really? To be honest, how many people go out there and say, you know what? I can't, Congress, like, yes, it's affecting how I eat today. No, probably would just, go away and life would be even better. Who presides over the yoga? They got yoga. They actually got yoga instructors. It's not like the pretend priestess or anything like that do anything. Yeah. No. Don't apologize. Be thankful it's not a Catholic thing. I'm happy it's the Episcopalians. Let them be stupid. Let them do whatever but it definitely deserves to be on Clown Planet. It's a clownish thing. I appreciate it, Phoebe. No apologies necessary. I appreciate the assist. Top military brass clash with Pete Hegseth in North Pentagon battle. In New Pentagon battle. North. Where did I get North from? Leading military chiefs have lashed out at Hegseth's plan to overhaul the country's defense strategy, according to our report. Multiple Pentagon leaders, including General Dane Kane, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, have raised concerns about the proposals set out by the self-styled Secretary of War. The plans could be confirmed at an unprecedented meeting in Virginia on Tuesday, to which the former Fox News host Hegseth has summoned hundreds of generals and admirals, according to the report in the Washington Post. Pete Hegseth declares war on woke garbage in military. We are done with this poo. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth reiterated his vow to purge the military of diversity and inclusion efforts and bring it into the woke garbage in the military in a blistering address to top commanders on Tuesday. Speaking at the gathering of generals, the Trump-appointed Pentagon chief said that he had made it his mission to uproot the obvious distractions and made us less capable and less lethal. Man, there's a lot of things that made us less lethal. His cast is the purge DEI initiatives as part of a broader cultural battle. No more identity months, DEI offices, dudes in dresses, he told the audience. No more climate change worship, no more division, distraction, or gender delusions, no more debris. Which, hey, that's common sense. We should be like, hey, gay, awesome. Watch out. Something's coming on that. Let's bring back common sense. Remember the last time they did that? They beat us in the head with other things like, I don't know, technocracy. Hey, we're winning. We got straws back. We got common. Again, the whole thing with Brandon in the last 4 years was for that reason, to make it so incredibly nutty that you would give up you would embrace technocracy and all this other junk that's coming out because they're getting rid of the insanity and these other things. And we're going like, yeah, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take the win, or I'll take the W, whatever you want to call it. I'll give up our liberty just to get rid of a guy in a dress in the military. That's what's going on that. Yes, a good job. Yes, something. It's called common sense. You make a crisis like that. You come in, you create the crisis. You come in and fix the crisis, and everyone thinks you're doing something good when all it was just planned, just kind of like a psyop to get you to think, oh, look, man, we got to have these people in. These guys are great. Oh, yeah, they're going to bomb Venezuela into the Stone Age for oil. Well, at least we got rid of those guys in drag. You know what? See how that goes? Trump, our inner cities, which we'll be talking about because it's a big part of war now. A big part of war. Uh-huh. There's the inner cities, which we'll be talking about because it's a big part of war now, a big part. As the journal says, Trump tells generals the military will be used to fight the enemy within. The president says some U.S. cities he considers dangerous should become training grounds for American troops. Once a future king, President DJT hailed the use of military force to police American cities, telling generals and admirals during the Tuesday address that it was important to quell the enemy within. San Francisco, Chicago, New York City, yes, New York City, LA, they're very unsafe places, and we're going to straighten them out one by one. Trump told hundreds of senior U.S. military officers packed into a hall at the Marine Corps base in Quantico, Virginia. This is going to be a major part for some of the people in the room. That's a war too. It's a war from within. Trump's speech, which lasted well over an hour, followed an address by Department of Defense Secretary, War Secretary Pete Hegseth, who last year summoned Governor. We already talked about that. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Yeah, I told Pete we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military, because we're going to Chicago very soon. Great googly moogly. What, are they going to bomb Chicago? What do you mean train on the cities? Like literally we're going to start, sniping people in Chicago? Anybody? Hey, again, it goes back there. Hey, they're getting rid of DEI. And what? We're going to go into war? We're going to war with New York. Hey, we got rid of the guy in drags. We're about to invade LA. Who's we? Who's LA is about to get invaded? What, we're going to use the military to take out cities, to train in cities? Again, what's the movie? I just went dumb. President not sure. President Hacho Camacho, Mountain Dew, Pepsi Cola. Idiocracy is real life. Our priest gave us that was my prep list. I would rather have my priest back though. Yeah, big freak. I actually got a couple apple trees growing right over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have poked out. Kazakhstan apples. You don't know what those are. Those are like the OGs of apples. They've been around longer, so they don't have any diseases like Granny Smiths and all those have. They're kind of not GMO'd, but they have been around long to fight off the diseases. These Kazakhstan ones have been around for thousands of years. Nick Prentice stands firm as critics attack him for pointing out Erica Kirk's weird behavior after Kirk's assassination. I've thought about that too. Exactly. I mean, this is the first time I actually watched a thing of Nick, and I was like, yeah, no, I get it, man, 100%. Yeah. I just don't buy the millions of years thing. I'm a young earther type deal. So go with the 1,000 years thing. But yes, they've been around for a very, very long time. So we will agree to very long time. Let's just say that very long time. Yeah, Idiocracy is a documentary. Let's put a hashtag. Make Idiocracy a comedy again, or just a movie again. It's I'm waiting for Trump to come down Pennsylvania Avenue, shooting a couple of ARs up and down the road. Oh, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. I'm not blasting you. No. I'll take the joke. I'm learning on who's joking and who's not. You're good. There's other guys who are probably just throwing you to the filth realm of hell. You're fine. But yeah, you might. Do you know about these apples? I put them in. If you get them, you can get them on the rareseed.com. You get them and I put them in a napkin, put some water on, dampen the napkin, put them in the fridge, cold stratify them for about a month, and the roots started growing out of on the napkin. So I was thinking, I kept delaying it for weeks, and I finally about 2 months later, like I need to put them in soil. So I shoved a couple in, and like I said, there's 6 poking. They're about yay big right now. My kids come in. Oh man, there's a what are you growing in there? I go, that's apple trees. They're like, apples? Yeah, the apples would be bigger than what they are. They're going to take years to get up there. Hey, he's an OG. Why he's from OG Young Earth. Hey, I hear you, man. You know Colby Center then, right? Former Protestant pastor, recent Catholic convert. Welcome home, my man. Everybody say a Hail Mary for him, just for a welcome home present type deal. Thanks. I appreciate you saying that. I used to work I used to work in the grocery store. Yeah. I'll see if I can find it real quick. I have the link still because I saved it for something. What did I save it for? That's not it. That's add color to your home. Is it this one? Nope. Nope, that's not it. Getting closer. I have 40,000 links up there. That's it. No, that's self-sufficient. Fortune Center. No, Nicole's. It's got to be the next one. That's not it. Great googly moogly. Where is it? I'm going through all my links to find it now because I kept bringing up. Oh, there it is. By Shakur. Yeah, here it is. Shakur Apple Seed. Here it is right here. I'll put it in the chat. Yes, did it from seed. Yeah, but there's the link. I found it from a secular guy. I forget his name. It's on Media Mark. Gavin Newsey. Him and I went at it for the St. Patrick thing. It was a real dumb post. But he's got some great tips. And he talks about these apple seeds that he got, and usually they're in Canada and all this. And basically, if you get them to grow, they'll grow tall, and then the birds will just eat them and poop out the seeds, and you'll get trees all over the place. But yeah, they're pretty much disease free because since they've been around so long, and different colors, all that jazz. So I'm pretty much given up on the apple trees that I have in the backyard that they're in pots still because I'm still in a rental. And I was planning on putting them down, but if I can get these to grow and these are better, and I don't have to worry about leaf blight or any, every one of them has something different. From pink ladies all the way to Granny Smiths and Red Delicious and all that. But I'll just use these. I mean, that's the fact. Shoot, I'll go with that. It was what, $3.50 for a bag of seeds. Call me crazy. Yeah, you got an apple tree that's going to outlive you. But yeah, get it. And again, cold stratify, get a napkin, wet the napkin down, damp it, put it in a bag, baggie, like a sandwich baggie, put the seeds on top of the napkin that's wet, put it in the lunch baggie, the sandwich baggie, put in your refrigerator for about a month, 2 months, month or 2 months. You'll see starting like a white. Should have taken a photo of it. I'm sorry I didn't. You'll see like a white root come out. Go ahead and put it in a seed container. Put a heat mat underneath it. Let it ride. Give it some water, and it'll start growing. Now I guess you could probably try to throw it in the winter, throw it out there, and let's see if it comes out. But I'm gonna try to grow it in here, then put it out after the winter. Where was I back? Chinese scientists simulate first triple nuke strike in lab. That sounds fun. Chinese scientists simulate triple nuke detonations in lab, finding multi-pulse strikes create crater size, cratering efficacy versus single blast. One nuke isn't good enough. We need a triple nuke. Yeah, man. I got all kinds of stuff. I mean, I wish I had more. Said he had a family emergency attended for a while. He's getting back in this house. Yeah, no, yeah. I thought they rip all the time. I got room to grow trees. Yeah, man. Get some mints. Oh, you'll see. Look at Judson Carroll's stuff. He's got all kinds of stuff. You'll be growing all kinds of things. Maybe Judson and I are trying to do a live stream so we can take some questions he could take some questions. What I did, I got some strawberries growing in the back. You know, it's October. I got some strawberries still growing in the back right now. Flight plight. LA follows in Vegas's footsteps as visitors to City of Angels plummet by 50%. Wildfires, riots, and flight schedules have been named as contributing factors. Kamala Harris's, I love how are you supposed to put the double S or just a single S? What is it? New book racks up massive sales. I don't know how. Maybe she's buying all of them. On track to be best-selling memoir of 2025, publisher says. Must be a really bad year for books. Affordable Care Act premiums will rise 114% if enhanced subsidies expire, KFF says. Now, if you don't know, let me go ahead. Forget about if you have insurance like this. I'll put in. Just go to, if you don't know about this, Samaritan's Ministries. Myself and a bunch of other guys are on it. It's Prodi. Who cares? The deal is, we're 100%. You're 100% covered, and in network anywhere. It's not insurance. It's like you send your bill in, and it tells people from all over the place to send checks out to cover everything up. So say you have a $23,000 pregnancy bill or whatever, you won't pay a dime of that. You'll have to pay like first $300 or whatever, and then checks will come in for the next 2 months so you can pay the bill off. I'll take that over any kind of insurance. You can go anywhere you want. And you don't have to, and family is 6, $700, maybe $800, round it up, $800. What's a family of 6 on regular insurance? It's expensive. Wall Street Journal, tourists are flocking to a Chinese mega city that's straight out of sci-fi. Dazzling visiting architecture, bright lights, and cyberpunk vibe have made Chongqing a must-see destination for Chinese and international tourists alike. DoorDash unleashes fleet of delivery bots called Dots onto streets of Phoenix. Arizona's always a testing run for a lot of this stuff. DoorDash customers in Phoenix metro area may have their next meal delivered to their homes not by a Dasher but a Dot. The delivery company on Tuesday unveiled the friendly-looking red autonomous delivery bot named Dot, calling it the first such robot with the ability to maneuver within bike lanes and on roads and sidewalks, and the first to be built expressly for local commerce. What does that look? Oh, here's what it looks like. I was about to say, I'll play it. See, turn it off. Order your food. Club sandwich. Yeah, I got a ton of lettuce right now. I'm not a kale guy, but I got a kale about that big right now. I'm just sorry that it's into watermelon season. I do have a gardening channel, Census Fidelity Gardening, but I need to put more stuff on there. You got to see the milkweed right now. I got monarch butterflies all over the place. It's really cool to see. Here's your Dot, 1/10 the size of a car. So they come out, they put it in there. I mean, what it does it know how to cross the road, cross the street? Now I get hit by a car if somebody tips it over. How fast does it go too? It stands about 5 feet tall and can carry up to 30 pounds of merchandise. Is it refrigerated? Okay, so it knows how to. What if you use that as target practice, or you turn out in front of a car? Your robot is nearby. get stuck in a curb. Well, again, does it keep it hot? Does it keep it cold? How long is it? There's no way it is that fast. So it's got to be just very, very local. And if it gets smashed in between the rod. I mean, if a biker's going faster than that, it might take you 30 minutes to go 2 miles. Scientists use cloning tech to swap DNA in human eggs. Early stage U.S. research could lead to infertility treatment for women who cannot produce viable eggs. OpenAI launches video generation generator app to rival TikTok and YouTube. The company's new social media app allows users to create short videos with audio from text prompts and insert themselves in AI generated scenes. Here's Sam Altman, who was there for day one, verse 4 Stargate, and was out there in the UK with the King and Trump. It isn't a very good guy at all, but hey, OpenAI is squaring up with TikTok, Google's YouTube, and Meta with a new social media app for its AI video generator that allows users to create high definition video clips with audio from text prompts. We already talked about that. The new version, Sora 2, will feature a swap to scroll navigation similar to platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, setting out OpenAI's stall as Silicon Valley ramps up its focus on AI video generation. The company plans to initially release the app through Apple's App Store in the US and Canada on an invite-only basis. Stiff competition from Google, which recently connected its Veo 3 AI video generator to its popular YouTube platform, allowing users to incorporate the tech in short-form videos. Social media and video. I've used Veo. It's really good. Man, I wish I was smart enough to keep doing it or how to be more creative on that. The windowless plane is vying to be the private jet of the future. FlexJet to buy 300 business planes from Auto Aerospace. I guess it's going to play. Didn't really do much. Huh? $11,000 for round trip. Yeah, you'll never. None of us will ever be able to afford to do that at all. Okay. This day in history, 1938, the notorious BAIG, the notorious Munich Agreement, in which Britain's Naval Chamberlain encouraged Britain and France to appease Adolf Hitler's demands in the hope of preventing World War II, was reached on this day in 1938. 2005, the Danish. Oh yeah, remember this? The Danish newspaper printed sarcastic cartoons of Muhammad provoking violent protests by Muslims. 1965, Indonesia group of army conspirators known as the September 30th movement began an abortive coup, and by the following morning, they had kidnapped and murdered 6 army generals. 1955, American actor James Dean died in an automobile crash as he drove to a car rally in California. 1954, the USS Nautilus, the world's first nuclear-powered vessel, was commissioned by the U.S. Navy. In the Navy. 1949, the Berlin aircraft officially ended after the Western Allied powers delivered 2,323,738 tons of food, fuel, machinery, and other supplies to West Berlin. 1927, Babe Herman Ruth became the first player to hit 60 home runs in a season, was stood until Maris in 61 in 1961. 1924, American novelist, short story writer, and playwright Truman Capote, who was best known in the novel In Cold Blood, was born. 1895, French troops occupied Madagascar for the refusal of the prime minister to submit the French whatever. 1870, French physicist Jean Perrin, who received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1926 for his studies of the Brownian motion of minute particles, was born. 1791, the opera The Magic Flute by Wolfgang Mozart premiered in Vienna. In 1773, the Polish legislature ratified a treaty that led to the first partition of Poland by Russia, Prussia, and Austria. I thought about coming and keeping Russia, Prussia, and Hamasha or something like that. Anyway, my mother met Bravery. That'd be cool, dude. I would like that's cool. Just that sort of that's a cool story. I know it's Land Butterfly. I'm just looking at Chad. Share the road. Yeah, share the road indeed. That looks like something from a Pixar movie. 100%. I know there's a lot of butterflies too. We have been trying beekeeping with no success. Try something to try again in the spring. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys I follow too in gardening, epic gardening, and other guys like that mentioned that there's been a lot of disease this year. So I don't know if it's stuff from being sprayed in the sky or what. Everyone I know had a big problem with tomatoes this year. Blight was rampant. But it's not just, let's see, they were in California. There's another guy in, was it Michigan that I see every so often, Jersey. Everyone was getting hit by something. So I wonder if your bee prime had something to do with that too. Yeah, but Phoebe says she's doing good, or your daughter's good. Okay. That book haunts me to this day. Mother's, that was awesome. Yeah. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of the night. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz underneath in the show notes. Appreciate you giving your time to me today. Thankfully, it was quicker today. I'm trying to get faster. What was I going to say? Sensitivitalium.tv. Happy feast day to St. Jerome. See you tomorrow for Hump Day Wednesday. God love you. Have a great rest of the night.